Another day, another rumor about DC movies. This one is that Gotham City Sirens is coming back, courtesy of that hashtag show. Now, like I said, this is a rumor, take it with a grain of salt. Because, the reason they're saying that the Gotham City Sirens movie is back in development is because Warner Brothers wants to keep Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, which makes sense. However, it should be noted that none of the DC movies featuring Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn have really done that well at the box office, right? Birds of Prey didn't, and neither did the Suicide Squad. Although in the Suicide Squad's case, we had a big fat pandemic going on, right? So I think, you can grade the Suicide Squad on a curve, and apparently that movie is doing pretty well on streaming. So it does make sense that Warner Brothers wouldn't want to abandon this area of the IP. This movie would feature Poison Ivy, of course, according to the hashtag show article about the rumor. It will be her debut for the first time in the DCEU for the first time in this era of DC movies. She, of course, was famously or infamously played years ago by Uma Thurman in one of the old Batman movies, but that has nothing to do with today's DC. And it would also introduce Catwoman. However, according to the scoop from the hashtag show, the Catwoman in this movie will not be Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman in Robert Pattinson's Batman movie because that movie takes place in a separate continuity. So we would have a brand new Catwoman played by a different actress. This will be part of, I guess, the Snyderverse DCEU, right? Because that's where Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn comes from, right? She's the Harley Quinn who interacted with Ben Affleck's Batman and Jared Leto's Joker, who are part of the Snyderverse stuff. Even though David Ayer's the theatrical version of Suicide Squad wasn't a Zack Snyder directed movie, it did take place in that, flavor of the DCEU. So this will be a continuation of that. Now, this movie could be great, but DC movies are kind of hit and miss sometimes. And I do think it's a weird decision to introduce a movie with Poison Ivy and Catwoman without having them show up in somebody else's movie first, right? But DC doesn't like to do things like that. They don't like to always introduce characters in someone else's movies first before spinning them off into their own movie and show. Sometimes they just skip right to it and expect those characters to be popular enough for people to just go see the movie without that build-up or that investment. So, we'll see. We'll see if this Gotham City Sirens movie rumor is true. And, if this movie gets made, we will see how that development goes, and then how the movie does. But what do you think? Do you believe this rumor about Gotham City Sirens, or don't you? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel, because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.